The 2012 Greenspeed is, in my opinion, one of Nike's coolest looking football boots ever, but that doesn't mean they were good. In fact, they were pretty bad. Here are 4 things that sucked about the Nike GS. Starting with the heel liner, where you might recognize that perforated foam material from the Nike Mercurial Vapor 3 and 4. It made its way back onto the Nike GS and did exactly what it used to do in the past: ripped the skin off the back of your heels. Speaking of discomfort, the upper, while incredible in its design, especially considering the materials used, the Kangolite in the forefoot feels amazing, but what they did through the midfoot that you see in black with this textile material is just so stiff, so rigid. It bunched up and creased horribly, and in general just felt so incredibly stiff that the overall experience of playing in this football boot can only be described as uncomfortable. The sole plate and stud pattern also featured a super unique and admittedly very cool looking design. However, as much as I like the feel of this sole plate giving you that responsive underfoot sensation, the FG stud pattern, simply put, was just lacking in studs, where they did dig into the ground and provide some bite, but there just wasn't enough studs underneath your feet to actually provide adequate traction or stability. Not unplayable, but subpar considering the heavy mercurial inspiration. But this was just generation 1 of a very new concept. Perhaps Nike GS2 would make some significant improvements. Unfortunately, that was not the case. The white and black coloring was obviously a little bit different, and of course the incorporation of Nike's new, at the time, ACC technology was a really big deal, but the end result in terms of performance was pretty well no change whatsoever, and the only difference that you had was a giant ACC logo on the one side and a giant Nike swoosh on the other. They're incredibly cool football boots, but unfortunately just aren't very good.